Today on Drawbli, Abby is drawing
Reflections.
Click that subscribe button if you are new around here.
And comment below with other ideas of what we can draw to improve our art.
So Abby, why are you drawing reflections?
Well, first of all, because Lucas in the comments,
Lucas the champion, yes.
Yes, he recommended reflections as a prompt. And you can't see it here, but actually the original image, I have it already cut up a little bit.
Oh, you cropped it?
It has a lot more reflection going on. That's actually pretty funny to look at. So we'll see that a little bit later.
Oh, you add that in?
Yeah, you'll see it. The original photo has it too, so I add that in. With this, though, what I was really playing around with, this is just an hour of work, so now we know not a lot in the grand scheme of things.
This is true.
But I was using your Sketchboard Pro.
Oh, yeah.
So I was just really excited to try that, and if you haven't heard of it, it's a kind of like a drawing board that you set your iPad into so you can more easily get your whole arm into drawing, move your whole arm versus just your wrist, which the size of the
just
iPad kind of constrains you
what's
to.
that called, like in traditional medium? Like a sketchboard?
A drawing board.
A drawing board.
Yeah.
It's pretty much a drawing board, but for an iPad, yeah.
Yeah. And it has little legs on it, so you can set it up and you don't have to prop it up in your lap or on the table in front of you.
I think when you look at it, it looks ridiculous, but it's the real deal. It actually is very helpful.
At first glance, you're like, who would pay money for this? I can make this. And then
apparently Abby would pay money for it.
I did.
Abby did pay money for it for my birthday, which
worth
was
it.
Very nice.
Totally worth it.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. I enjoy using it a lot.
Yeah, it's really, really fun.
I used it on our last video for my coffee cup, actually.
Yeah, to me it makes a difference. It just kind of it's freeing. It lets me maintain my focus elsewhere because I didn't realize it, but part of the focus of drawing on an iPad can just be the position of the iPad and working with your restrictions or limitations there.
Absolutely.
Whether that's propped in your lap, up against a table, flat on a table, there's always something that's saying, this is not the best position for me to be drawing in.
Yeah, I think ergonomics of your artwork and how you're creating is very important, but when it comes to drawing, I've heard multiple times, get your whole arm into the thing, but with digital, I've never really kind of, not necessarily believed it, but I never really saw the huge amount of value in that. But I think I'm starting to come around to it a little more.
Yeah, I like it. I feel like drawing with my whole arm lets me create smoother lines, more intentional lines. Not that you could tell from this drawing, but...
You're using the syrup brush maybe? Or the monoline, one of those two?
Brush pen? I don't remember.
They're all the same. One of those thick boys.
Yeah, I didn't really have any specific intention or thing I was trying to learn with this. I was more excited to just play with the sketchboard and feel that sensation of sitting up and having the iPad in front of me. And every time I went for new color, for some reason, it felt like I was dipping a quill into an ink pot of that color. Yeah,
nice.
Because just reaching up versus having to, I don't know. It's hard to describe, but I liked it a lot.
It physically kind of frees up your body, your positioning. Mm-hmm. It's very nice, yeah. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
So there wasn't anything specific in terms of fundamentals or anything like that you were necessarily focusing on?
No, I wanted to specifically avoid going for accuracy here. I wanted it to be very simple colors, simple shapes, not let me get this eye shaded in and blurred in and softened. I wanted it to be just a little more cartoony and free.
Yeah.
Because I tend to err on the side of trying to be more realistic, so I tried to force myself out of that comfort zone.
Ooh.
And anytime you're forcing yourself out of a comfort zone for the first time, the result is not always going to be very satisfying.
Well, that's okay. We were just talking about how it's, not always about the end result, and sometimes for people like me, it's never about the end result.
Yeah, it's just about the process.
It's all about the journey.
And the journey.
Well, how was your journey on this piece?
It was relaxing, actually. It was a very soothing journey. I don't think I ever flipped this horizontally, so you never will see.
We know that Abby doesn't flip her canvas horizontally.
It once. I forget.
I'm gonna buy you a little stopwatch and hook you up with a little 5-minute timer.
Flip.
Yeah, flip. Beep, beep, flip.
I need it.
I think it's very helpful, but like you said, you're not necessarily going, you're doing a lot of stylization here with this little character, who is very cute, by the way. You're doing a good job.
Thanks. Yeah, she was fun to draw. She's cute. She was just on Pinterest. What pulls up when you search reflections?
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. This is what first popped up. So in terms of reflections, are we gonna see some reflections on the bottom? Section?
Yeah, it's gonna look, actually, that part's really funny about it. I feel like, yeah.
Why is it funny?
Because it just looks super goofy.
I cannot wait.
And I feel like, overwork on her eyes for a long time because I can't ever resist that. But that's how you get better, right?
No, I mean, I think it's important, to at least half of the time when creating art, you should be creating things that you want to create, things that you're excited about, things that you're interested in. If your goal is to, it really depends on what your goal is, but if your goal is to become even a professional artist, you can't just spend all of your time just practicing fundamentals 24/7. You need to have fun with your art. You need to experiment. You need to create things that you enjoy, because it's, what's the saying, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, or something.
Definitely.
It's the same idea. You gotta be able to have fun, because if you're not enjoying, I guess not everybody enjoys their job, right? But I think if you're gonna get into art, you should at least enjoy it.
It's hard. I do hear people talk about how if they work professionally for a company as an artist, it's so hard to go back at the end of the day when you've been creating art all day to want to work on your own stuff and develop your own work, because gosh darn it, you were just doing that all day in that medium. You want to do something different. So
yeah,
we should relish this time before we're professionals.
Yeah, we're on our way. One day we might be professional artists. I couldn't even imagine what that would be like.
Oh, what that would look like for us.
Yeah, I really know that feeling well when I was working full-time in studio, I think I would try to squeeze in some work during lunch breaks on personal stuff. But for the most part, it was when I got home late at night and, sometimes on weekends. But I think I actually tried to distinguish weekends as specifically rest time or time to do other things that were not sitting at a computer screen or sitting, working on art, just to kind of split my time and be a more well-rounded person. But I definitely had a lot of late nights under my belt. I used to hang out with a friend of ours, Austin, and he would work on a game programming that at night, and we would just be on I don't even remember what we talked in. This was before Discord ever existed. I think we used a Steam chat client or something like that. But we would talk on that, and I would live stream whatever I was attempting to sculpt at the time, and it was always horrible, but that's not what it was about. It wasn't about what it looked like. It was just about having fun and working on your own stuff.
That's cool. Yeah, that's awesome that you were able to maintain that and be working at a company where you did that during the day too.
Oh, are we gonna get to see some reflexiones here?
Yes.
Now, where did you learn this process here?
Of flipping?
Yeah. This,
I think you might have taught me. I don't know. Anything that's anything that's purely digital and you wouldn't be able to do in the 2D world, I probably learned from you at some point.
I think I did show you how to do this one.
Yeah. So there's the original image that was briefly on screen.
It's a little creepy.
It is a little creepy, but it's a little funny too. So that's what I was trying to replicate, was this reversed cantaloupe of a person's head.
I like it. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun stuff. I do notice that the top is more blurry than the bottom, though. Oh, there you go. You fixed it. You corrected your reflections.
Yes. I reflected on my reflections and they improved.
So when you heard the prompt reflections, was this the first thing that came to mind? No? You just kind of went on to, what'd you say, Pinterest and did some looking around?
Yep, just did some looking around, some window shopping. Oh my gosh.
So normally when you hear a prompt, is there a picture that kind of springs to mind, or? Sometimes. Yeah.
Maybe more likely if I've actually already seen a lot of art related to that prompt that I like, and I'm like, oh yeah, that would be so cool to be able to create something like that artist did. But not for this one. For this one, there's just such unlimited art that you've seen or I've seen that's got a reflection in it that nothing really popped immediately to mind.
There's nothing like an emotional reflection.
Yeah. And this was more about, for me, playing with the sketchboard, feeling that out. And just having fun.
Yeah, I like it. It's a little creepy, a little spooky, but I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you can also be here for it if you click that subscribe button.
And comment below with other ideas of what we can draw to improve our art.
Well, while you reflect on that, this is the part where we say
Goodbye.
goodbye, everybody. Did you like that? Did you like how I included the reflect part at the end? It was pretty good.